Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Cosmos Atom. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. So jumping into the weekly chart really quick, I do want to mention that we have a couple of targets for the next bull market. So as you can see, we have a Fibonacci retracement set up from the swing low in actually June 2022 and the swing high in January last year. So as you can see, the 1.618 is sitting at $138 and the second fib level is sitting at $282. Now, if we go to CoinMarketCap real quick and we switch to Cosmos Atom, and you can see that the market cap would have to be sitting at $39 billion to get to $137, and the market cap would have to be sitting at $80 billion to get to $281 per coin. So I do think this is actually possible with the demand and with the fact that all the interoperable blockchains are going to be big in the next bull market because interoperability is the future. Now, there is no max supply on the Cosmos token supply, which is kind of negative, of course, but some deflationary features potentially are going to be coming in the future. So let's hope for that. The current price is at $11. My average buy-in price, I think, is somewhere around $13. And you can see that the current market cap is sitting at $3 billion. So for us to go all the way up to $137 or $38, that would be from this low over here. That would be at, what's that, 2,000% to the upside, and all the way to 2,000 and all the way to $281. That would be a 4,000% move to the upside, which I think is very possible, considering that the project is going to be doing what it's doing and going to be building. And yeah, I'm really bullish on Cosmos. This is my top holding actually in my portfolio. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. Let's jump into the daily chart here. So jumping into the daily chart on Cosmos Atom, you can see that we still have the same fib retracement with the low in March of 2020 with the high in May of 2021. Our current target, in case we go even lower, is going to be the golden ratio here at $8.80, which is exactly the low that we printed in December before we started that move to the upside. So what potentially could be happening here is we're going to be moving all the way down to where we came from before we start another move to the upside if things are okay, if we don't get any more, major entities liquidated from the markets, unalived basically from the crypto ecosystem. So if those continue to happen, we are going to be seeing further and further drops. Hopefully, we don't lose this low here because I don't want to be breaking the local structure here. So what we need to be doing right now is we need to, print a higher low and we need to print a higher high afterwards because that would be a local uptrend. We want to see a local uptrend because right now what happened is we're actually printing lower highs, and for this instance here we have a double M top pattern, which is negative because if we lose here, if we lose the neckline, the target to the downside could be, as we've discussed in the previous updates, I think that could be sitting at, let's bring that down there, roughly at $5, roughly around $5 if you lose this neckline here and, with this move to the downside, because that is the target that you have from a double top pattern. And hopefully that doesn't happen. Obviously, I don't want to go that low. Actually, I'm lying. I would love the Cosmos token to go down, to $5 because I'm going to be buying a shit ton in that if that happened. But I do think it's going to get bought up pretty quickly because a lot of people are very bullish on this project. The support block here sitting at $7.98 down to $7.37. That could hold us up as well if we drop below the golden ratio. But yeah, anything below $8 is going to be a steal in my opinion. So jumping into the daily RSI, let's see what's going on here. So as you can see, we dropped below the yellow support trend line. We dropped below all the trend lines that we talked about. And this has just been a massive decline, a slope, as you can see, since we printed this local high in January. And I was telling you guys that once you get this overbought, look, you were sitting at the RSI of 85. This was a dead giveaway that, this is not sustainable here. You were pretty overextended. You were pretty overextended in terms of the price action as well. So if we compare that with the price action, you were also getting a bearish divergence. So we were talking about that as well. We were getting a massive bearish divergence here. And lo and behold, we saw, a break to the downside. So hopefully we get a chance to buy at lower prices. Obviously, I would love the bear market to continue for another year, because at that point I would accumulate so much crypto that I'm probably going to become a millionaire by the next bull market. But yeah, let's stay patient. Let's dollar cost average when we can. And I also do want to switch over to the Binance website real quick. And before we continue with the video, guys, I quickly want to give a shout out to everyone who has joined my Patreon. Thank you very much. And if you want to become a part of the Patreon and, get access to a lot of exclusive content, such as podcast episodes for patrons only, my trade alerts, my entire portfolio. I share everything that I buy and everything that I sell. If you want to leave some requests, we can take a look at your projects on Patreon. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on there. I try to do daily updates and daily posts in there. So if you want to try it out for free, you can do that as well. There's a 7-day free trial, so you can do that and let me know what you think. Let's get on with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart here, as you can see, we have an ascending yellow support trend line, and this is a very important trend line for us to hold because it was our support since March of 2020. We bounced off of that back in June last year, in December last year, and right now, if we drop below that, it could be a negative signal. I'm not gonna lie, if that does happen, we could be pulling back down maybe to the white support trend line here. That would be around $8. But in terms of support blocks, you have a support block here that could hold us up. For example, this is sitting from $10.20 all the way down to $8 and roughly 65 cents, 60 cents. So this support block is going to be very important. If we lose that, I would be targeting $6.88 down to $5.56. And as you can see, that's the low that we printed here in June last year, and that's the high that we printed in June of 2019, and that was acting as a resistance level back in November and December of 2020. So overall, you can see that the chart does look pretty bullish because we're constantly moving to the upside. This ascending trend line is keeping us afloat. So like I said, I don't want to lose that. Hopefully we see a bounce from here and we move to the upside. We really need to break above this red resistance block because it has kept us down since September last year. Really, we moved up 3 times and we failed to break. And you see that you're getting squeezed up in here between these support levels and resistance levels. So at some point, you're going to see a move. You're going to be forced into a move, into a breakout or a breakdown, hopefully a breakout, and hopefully we get to the all-time high prices by the end of this year if things go well for Cosmos. But that should be everything. If we take a look at the weekly RSI, you can see that we're pulling back below the yellow support trend line. I would be targeting this red support trend line for entries, as this is something that we've retested multiple times. We've discussed this already plenty of times on the channel, so make sure you watch the previous Cosmos updates as well. And you do have a major support trend line here sitting at the RSI of 34 roughly, which is this low that we have in March of 2020. So hopefully we are going to be seeing those all-time high prices that we discussed at the start of the video. But like I said, patience is key. So let's stay patient. Let's dollar cost average. Let's grow as a community. Let's help each other out, and the gains will come later. So I'm going to catch you in the next update. Take care.